she was talking about.
Guys, I don't have time to even fix my hair.
Oh boy,
I'm so hungry.
You're gonna love it. Here, take it.
And I must record it. I have space buttons in today, but I clearly have to fix.
It's just so strange.
Ah!
The container was
I have to fix this one too. Oh no, okay, so we're just gonna...
Just look at them. Look at their little souls. Hamsters. You said you always wanted
these
hamsters.
two
I remember.
will
Ellie nodded and gave a
once
weak smile.
again
She had no idea how
be
to
space
react.
buttons.
In fact, she explicitly stated to Noelle that she never wanted
space
hamsters.
buttons.
But
I look
here
at my
they were
lashes.
with the fucking hamsters.
Okay, we're good.
Now, Ellie, you must name them. Come on. Ellie shrugged.
I had a little much glue on that one. Yeah, I parted it with a zigzag and everything. I'm not letting the part go.
Well, I don't know how you expect me to be excited about anything when you're doing this to me.
Okay, I am a whopper.
You know what you could do? I could be a man.
A whopper!
Who's coming down on here to do God knows what to you at all hours of the night. I could keep it tied up all day, or in a box under my bed.
Extra onion, mayo, pickle, lettuce. Extra onion, mayo, pickle, onion.
Under the bed for years.
I'm cold.
Sweet Jesus, just imagine.
I was watching the British Shameless, but I'm currently watching a true crime presented to me instead of me reading and have to read the book by Stephanie Sue. Shout out to Stephanie Sue. Bitch, I love you.
A little like what I do for you. I keep you clean and fed. You keep the hamsters clean and fed.
So,
it's a lovely little cycle that we've got going on.
Tiana and Brooke are still going through some shit. Trish doesn't even want to post her podcast of Jeffree Star. I just don't even know why they even did this. Look, I didn't cut this. You all ready? I've ate a burger before without cutting it. I can do it.
Like, how could her mom freaking think that? Like her own mom?
I can do it right.
Noelle leaves and Ellie is left with the freaking hamsters that she hates. She hated taking care of them. She hated the smell of them. She doesn't like hamsters. It's just not her thing. Listen, hamsters are not everybody's things. They're cute until I stare at them too long. She even asked Noelle for, some things, and Noelle is getting upset with her, and it's like this whole thing, and the one thing that she remembers, well, the two things that Ellie remembers during her time in captivity is that, first of all, she never knew what day it was, and it was driving her nuts. Every time she asked, Noelle would say, oh, I think it's the 9th, or it's the 8th. She's like, of what month, She would never respond. And the second thing is, random nights, Ellie would kind of black out. It's like
a microphone. Clip it
and after
to my shirt, whenever I make a tube.
She didn't know what was happening, but she did feel
so excited.
She couldn't stop crying. And she felt little bubbles in her stomach.
I think I look like I just killed someone. Okay. I love my extra ketchup because I like it. Told you in the first video on my page. I'm really not a meat eater, so when you see me eating, because I'm craving it.
First of all, she dolled up, went to Floyd's house, had sex with him, and the next morning she took out a bag of frozen sperm that she got from a random internet donor. She was going to use it to impregnate Ellie. Noelle had been tracking her cycles, and she didn't expect Ellie to get pregnant on the first try, but she did. And Noelle was over the moon. She bought fake baby bumps to really seal the deal. She told Floyd that she could never have sex during this pregnancy because the placenta was low-lying. It was a lie. She just needed to hide that she wasn't actually pregnant. And more than the pregnancy, the no-sex rule took a big toll on Floyd and Noelle's relationship, since that's the only reason that Floyd liked her to begin with. And so for 9 months, he can't have sex with her. And Noelle, she felt annoyed, but she thought, once the baby is born, Floyd is not going to be able to resist me or the baby. He's going to want us to be a happy little family. Because first of all, Ellie is smart and beautiful. The internet donor, she chose a handsome, tall, one with a medical degree, incredibly intelligent. The baby was going to be perfect. The baby was going to be like the next president of the UK.
I think I'm going to start putting you guys
Ellie was terrified.
Up with what I watch, but like kind of muting it, or letting you like, I don't know, hear me cover it, your reaction.
She would try to explain, Ellie, this is a miracle. That's what it is. And now you know why I chose you. Because I couldn't have a baby of my own. And I asked God to find me a baby. And God told me that it was you. And that you were special. That you were to have my baby. And look at you now. An immaculate conception. A baby sent from the Holy Father himself. And Ellie would look up at her with disdain in her eyes, and she would say, "You don't even believe in God." And Noelle would smack her across the face. So she gets showered with healthy pregnancy food, books on pregnancy, pillows to help with her growing bum. All Noelle did was rush downstairs to smile and giggle and gaggle about
this horrible guy.
But when spring came
just got
around,
pregnant.
Ellie was literally about to pop any moment now. Noelle said
I want to relay.
She didn't care about Ellie. She didn't care about what Ellie ate, how she felt.
I want to play it.
Noelle seemed over the baby before the baby was even
for
born.
you. I want to let you know who it is, what it is, and I want to relay it.
8 months pregnant. Noelle. He told her, for the sake of the relationship and for the sake of the baby, I feel like we should draw the line in the sand now. And Noelle was freaking pissed. She thought, everything that I did for that God, and he can't even go 9 months without sex. But of course she kept her cool, because again, the minute that he saw her and the baby, it'd be game over. She helped Ellie give birth, because it's not like, Ellie could go to the hospital. And the stakes weren't really that high for Noelle. As long as the baby lived, she was fine with Ellie dying. She really didn't care. Noelle showed her appreciation by allowing Ellie to name the child, and Ellie chose the name Poppy. Noelle was a bit annoyed.
Oh my gosh.
Poppy? I mean, I was thinking something more classy. Or more classic, I guess I can't have everything my way. So, fine. Poppy it is. Truly a selfless queen. Noelle took the baby to the hospital and she lied. She told them that she had no idea she was even pregnant and ended up with a home birth. She was given a stern warning and offered postnatal exams, and she said, "Nah, it's fine, I'll go to my primary care physician. Thanks, though." Noelle truly thought everything was going to go well from here. But then Ellie got sick. First it was an infection in her private parts, then in one of her breasts, then a fever. But the worst part of it all was the postpartum depression. Ellie would not stop crying. She kept crying for her own mother. And when the baby was just 5 months old, Noelle decided it was more trouble to keep Ellie around. And what happens if she connects with the baby? That means she's not going to So Noelle walked upstairs and just had no intention of coming back down. Ellie died very quickly, whether from being sick, mentally drained, depressed, and of course dehydration or starvation or both.
The bottom mic.
Likely is took her life.
Yeah.
I know it sounds glossed over, but Noelle just simply forgot about Ellie. She was so preoccupied with her new baby, she didn't even think about Ellie until someone complained about a foul odor coming from her house. She straight up forgot and was like, "Oh, I've got a body.
I got a dead body in my house."
So Noelle
I want to relate stories to you as I watch them.
Family's house, making it seem as if Ellie had broken in to take some personal items to make it look like she had run away. The theory was getting bigger and bigger for people. Now, Noelle stuffed everything into Ellie's backpack, threw it into the trunk of her car, drove back to the woods, and with the backpack and some of Ellie's skeletonized remains, dumped them in the woods. And that was that. She just put Ellie out of her mind. She was busy being a mom, if you could call it that. But Noelle felt like with everything going on, at least in the beginning, it was supposed to be good, right? Floyd was supposed to fall in love with her again. But when it actually came down to family, Noelle hated Poppy.
Help? What?
And it seems like Poppy knew something about Noelle. She could just, you know what they said?
I'm almost done with this.
True, but even in the book,
that's a little whopper.
Babies actually know it's your mom because of the smell, like dogs. So that's how they know that it's not their mom holding them, even if they can't really see your face.
Really?
It's like I guess it's a familiar smell. Maybe you smell it for 9 months, or you smell it while your mom's always holding you.
Yeah.
It's a smell. Maybe Poppy smelled Noelle and was like, "You smell like fucking fries, bitch. You're not my mom." Because she was a nightmare child. She refused to eat anything Noelle fed her, refused to let Noelle brush her hair, bathe her, brush her teeth. She threw tantrums. She made Noelle miserable. So Noelle left Poppy with Floyd more often than not. And whenever Poppy was with Floyd, she really thrived. Like, she did everything Floyd wanted. It was like a different child. Gradually, Poppy told her dad she didn't want to go back home with mom because she was scared. And Floyd just saw Noelle as an unfit mother. And one time Poppy showed up to his place with a bruised eye. And Noelle said, "No, it's just I went out to get her something to eat because she was complaining all day. And I literally left her alone for like 5 minutes. She fell off the cupboards. She hit her head." Now, Floyd was distraught. He's like, "No, like, I am getting social workers involved. You're not allowed to be around my kid. It just makes sense for her to live with me. I'm going to homeschool her. I don't know what you want to do, but I can't do this. Like, you can't be around my kid. I'm scared for her. I'm scared of her living with you. I think you're a toxic, unfit mother." And Noelle felt like she had been sucker punched. Floyd went on and on about Poppy this, Poppy that. She's scared of you, and kids these age, they're never scared of their own families, even if they're abusive, because you're so young. You just want to connect with your parents. This suggests that there's a fundamental disconnect between you two. Something is weird. You guys are failing to bond. Noelle was shunned, and this is a point where she starts feeling like, oh, you're upset. Like, is this for real? Like, are you kidding me? And she's like, no, I'm not gonna allow it. Give me my child back. I want her back right now. Noelle, you have to accept this. I've already gotten social workers involved, and they agree with me. And she's sitting there like, are you kidding?
You stole the fucking child, bro.
That I have done
What?
to be able to have a family for you, and you have the audacity to call me an unfit mother? She was so shocked. She knew she had to have the last word. She said, yeah. Well, what makes you so sure that she's even yours to take? Did you ever wonder why she looks so little like either of us? She doesn't belong to either of us, Floyd. I made her for you, with another woman's womb and another man's sperm. What? That doesn't even make sense. Noelle, a girl called Ellie had the baby for me, and I was never pregnant, you dumb idiot. How could you even think that I was? With that big, fucking brilliant brain of yours. Ellie had that baby. She was the mother, and the father was some stranger on the internet selling his shit for 50 pounds a shot. And Frank was frozen. And Noelle kept going. Well, you can keep her, you scumbag. Keep her and pay for her, and know for the rest of your life, every time that you look down at her, that she's nothing but a big bag of cells that don't even fucking belong to you. Good luck, you idiot. And in that moment, Floyd lunged at Noelle, grabbed her by the neck, knocked her down off the chair, and she hit the floor. Floyd knew he should have stopped, but he couldn't. What if she tried to take Poppy away? He was seeing red, and he didn't stop until Noelle was dead. Yeah,
What?
he killed her.
What? Why?
Correct.
For what reason?
Good job.
That's like,
That's not it.
I need to reiterate this.
He
Anger.
killed her.
That what happens? He was legally gonna have the kid.
Are these ankles?
Not if she told people it wasn't his kid. I don't know.
Okay, so he's obsessed with the kid?
Yeah, like he just really wanted to be a dad, I guess, but then like he failed his first kid, so he was like, let me try again. When it fails once, and you've got a broken child, let me try it with the next one. So he killed her. He didn't mean to, but she was dead. He dragged her body to the backyard and buried her. He wanted to bury her with all her secrets, her evil little secrets. Poppy was his, no matter what she said. Now, Floyd was empty. He didn't know what to do with his life, with this new information. So one day he sits on the couch, turns on the TV, and he was surfing through channels when he sees Ellie's photo. It was the 10-year anniversary of Ellie's disappearance, and he felt a shiver down his spine. Ellie and Poppy were to the point where he was scared, and he suddenly realized Noelle had fucked up big time. He thought that Ellie was just some paid surrogate that she paid under the table. Ellie had been kidnapped as a 15-year-old high school girl, and she impregnated her. And he couldn't stop watching. He watched Laurel on screen talk about her child, Ellie, and he felt like Laurel was the most sophisticated person that he had ever seen. He made it his life's dream to reunite Poppy with her family, with her grandma.
What?
How though? The only way he knew was to start studying Paul. He studied how Paul dressed, how he carried himself, and how he took his time to slowly morph himself into someone that Laurel would notice. I think what he wanted in his sick, twisted mind was for Laurel to just become Poppy's mom.
For what though? So basically he really wanted a child, right?
And then he saw Laurel, really liked her on TV. She's
Then
so
you're
elegant.
risking like so much. He's risking so much.
Yeah.
For what?
But I guess the idea of like having your kid's grandchild or grandparent in the, I don't know.
Okay, anyways. Okay, I get it. So that's his motive, okay.
And if you're like, why didn't he just go to the police? Well, say Noelle did this, he had no proof because he killed Noelle. And then the police would take away Poppy because he was not the biological father. Before he did anything, he needed to make sure that Poppy knew her real family, the Max. So fast forward to real-time Laurel. She's anxious. She saw the weird spider. She saw the weird phone that connected with Ellie's. The connection with Floyd. It was just too much. She hopped up in her car, sped to Floyd's. She even texted Paul and Hannah when she was going. And was like, hey, call the police, please stop responding. She even called Blue, Jake's girlfriend, to apologize for not believing her. And that was just too much.
That was funny.
She was going to Floyd's right now to find out the truth. And when Laurel got there, Floyd hugged her, and she pushed him off. And he said, "Here, this is your Christmas gift. Open this first, and I'm going to get the other one in the car." Okay. So Floyd steps in the doorway and stares back at Laurel and says, "Goodbye."
An opposite direction.
It's okay, but Mommy's gonna have a mic right now.
"I sense that you're tiring of me, and I
That's
have
all you want.
worked out what 100 women have worked out, that I'm not the man for you. And that's fine, because I've worked out that I'm not worthy of you, and that I must let you go. But I must unburden myself with an appalling, unthinkable truth.
Drama?
I have something of yours,
And talk about drama?
rather,
Not much is really
in
happening.
a terrible sequence of events. I need you to know that when I first came into possession of this precious thing,
I'm
it
still
had been
working on
horribly
Tana,
abused by
Jeffrey,
another
and Brooke.
person for 5 years. I've tended to it and cared for this possession. I've polished and nurtured it, and now it's time to return it to you. A precious gift. I cannot thank you enough. My study door is unlocked. On my computer, I left a video message. Press play, and I will explain everything. Yours always, in good faith, Floyd Dunn." So nervously, Laurel walks into the office, sits down, grabs the mouse, and she clicks play. He confesses everything. How Noelle tricked him, how Poppy was born, how Ellie was kidnapped, how he killed Noelle. And now he wanted to reunite Laurel with Poppy. And he ends it with, "By the time that you're done watching this, I've driven to the airport, and I've smuggled a gun in, flew to a peaceful part in a country somewhere that I will not disclose, and I'll be back in my grave." What? So I want you to have custody of Poppy. What? And the ending is Laurel did get custody. She got full custody and started raising Poppy as her own daughter, and it gave Laurel a sense of purpose. Laurel also found out Hannah's secret boyfriend was, well, also her future husband. They were engaged. Theo Goodman, Ellie's high school boyfriend. Laurel realized how a mom she had been to her other kids. She had always put Ellie first, even when she was alive and when she was dead. So she made up with Hannah and Jake. Poppy was the flower girl at Hannah and Theo's wedding. And nobody really addresses Noelle's murder. Or,
Bobo!
I don't know, Floyd blew his brains out. Like, nobody cared. It was just happily ever after. And that's the ending. Okay, so
some of those, like, at the end, some of the emotion kind of confusing.
Yeah, and at the end it kind of felt rushed. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the members in this book also state the same thing. That it felt like the rest of the book was a bit of a slow burn, and then the twists at the end were so rushed that they almost didn't feel that shocking. So in the beginning of the book, there is so much deliberate information placed on all of these family aspects.
I didn't give one fuck. I was like, yo, let it drip.
So why is the 9-year-old so smart?
The drip is the best. The mayo drip mixed with the ketchup, that drip.
Throw you off. Here's what I was thinking. I was even thinking that his eldest daughter was going to be Ellie, and he had like kept her captive and then made a daughter with her. Or
full hair.
I was thinking like, I don't know, for some reason.
So that is another mukbang, and like I said, I got a mic coming. It's literally in the mail. It's that clip-on pink mic with like the flippy thing.
Yeah, and then he's going to do some twisting.
Quality's gonna be so much better, guys. Quality's gonna be so much better.
Like after all that they've been through, she would feel so gross. Yeah, I was expecting something like that as well.
After my quality's at like 100. Oh, I got a camera, so I got like one of them flip back cameras. We'll see.
Mystery.
We'll see how all this goes.
See,
He's just I homeschool him. He's learning his moms. January's the first month. He keeps saying, and December's the last. But he does know all of them.
September.
Like, then he calls himself everybody that is dead.
Okay, so thank you for tuning in to another special of me eating a bunch of fucking fast food that I shouldn't. But it was amazing regardless. And thank you for seeing my nasty ass mouth, vampire mouth, and this beautiful little baby boy at the end. Have a great day.
Love
Love you guys.
on Monday for the next episode.